Welcome back to another episode of Junko with Junior. So I know it's been a while since I've had a video for you guys. I've said it before, life gets a little crazy. There's a lot of things that we can't control, but that's all behind us now. The truck is blue. It's been wet sanded, polished. It's looking awesome. And one of the things I love, I stick my big old noggin here. You can see the difference from sunlight to shade, how much this paint changes with a little bit of light. So it is pretty crazy. It's really bright in the sun, and in the shade or no light, like at nighttime, it looks black. It's some crazy paint. So really liking it. Gonna get this thing home. I actually drove it down to work today, put a few miles on it, so it felt really good to drive this thing again. Gonna cruise it back home tonight, make sure everything's cool, double check all our fluid levels and that sort of stuff. And just a bunch of loose ends and little tidying up here and there, waiting on a few more small trim pieces so that we can have this thing completely done. But that's the way these projects go. It takes a while to get all these little parts lined up. You get incorrect stuff and send it back, get the right stuff. It's just the way it is. Can't do nothing about it. All right, so we're back at home. It's a Florida winter situation, so of course it's dark when I leave to go to work, and it's dark when I get home. There's still barely some light out here, but I wanted to do this so you guys could see the color of the blue on the truck when it's dark. I mean, the thing practically goes black, and I know it's not easy to tell because I'm not going to turn the light on so that you can kind of see it here, but it's such a difference from night to day. And there you go with some light on the situation. It's pretty crazy how the truck changes, and I'm just in love with the color. And once again, remember that is US Air Force Strata Blue that we had mixed up. So it's an original paint color, not by GM, but it's what they painted the trucks, fleet trucks, I would assume, for the Air Force. So factory color, I love it. It's so complicated. It's really light during the day, as you saw earlier, but gets practically black at night, and there's a weird smoky grayness to it. I just love it. It's a very cool color. So I'm gonna get this thing backed up in the shop for the night and put it away. We can start working on a wing window assembly as well. All right, so we got her all parked in the shop for the night, and gonna tinker around with the vent window assembly. So lucky me, Steel Rubber Products, they only sell these in a pair. They don't sell a right or a left, and that's just the way my luck goes. Because when I took them apart, I ordered these gaskets that are a two-piece design because I thought that's what they were. Turns out they're one-piece design until I tore the other side of the truck apart. One side of this truck is a one-piece gasket, the other side is a two-piece gasket, so I got to buy 4 gaskets to be able to make my 2 work. But the quality of the Steel Rubber Products gaskets is so nice that I used on the windshield and the rear window that I didn't want to chance it on another company's gasket and it not being as good of a quality. So I said, you know what? That's not their fault that my truck has 2 different vent window assemblies in it. So I ended up having to get the gaskets back from them and make it all happen. But no big deal. It's just one of those things. As these trucks get tinkered with over the years, who knows what happens to them? Parts get changed and you don't really know. But all we can do is fix it. So that leads me to the delay that we've had in some videos of working on the truck, because there's plenty of good content that we've had throughout the progress of this truck. But unfortunately, I've been in a pretty big rush. I've had a lot of fuel on my fire to get this truck done. So I didn't take any time to film a lot of the tedious, time-consuming processes of wet sanding and polishing out the truck. I mean, that in itself can be some really good content, and it's frustrating, time-consuming work, but it is therapeutic at the same time. And I was just in a rush and did not take time to film anything, so sorry about that in advance. But I wanted to fill you guys in a little bit. So the fuel on my fire was not just to get the truck done because I wanted it done. I am an impatient person, and I don't like projects strung out forever, and it got done in a reasonable amount of time, I think. But the biggest thing is my dad's actually battling some cancer, so he's been dealing with that for about a year now, and it hasn't been a fun road, and wanted to get the truck done so he could see it. So that's where we're at. The truck is finally done. I finally got to take it up to mom and dad's house this past weekend and let him see it. And it was definitely a big deal to me. It was one of those things that's kind of weird, because does he really want to see the truck done? Or was it me that was wanting him to see the truck done? So I don't know, a little bit of both for sure. but he would always ask me about it every time I would get up there to see him and visit with him and mom. So I knew he had some interest in it. And, you know, he only knew the truck as the crappy old white truck that it was. He didn't get to see any of this progress. You know, and typical dads, they're always involved in your projects and stuff and keep up with that stuff. So it was important for me to be able to take it up there and let him check out the truck. So he didn't have a whole lot of wind in his sails or energy, but we got up there and mom met us outside, and next thing you know, dad was right behind, and he had to come outside and look at the truck. So that was a pretty cool moment for my dad to be able to see the truck all done. And now just gotta, you know, tidy up a few loose ends on this thing. You know, the vent window assembly, like I say, door panels, waiting on a few more pieces for that little stuff. But main thing is I wanted him to see it all done, and I'm sure it was definitely a proud moment for him. But he's, you know, not feeling the greatest, dealing with all the cancer and stuff. So keep in mind, cancer sucks. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't care what anybody says about that. I don't like it at all. It shouldn't even be on this earth, but it is. And we just have to deal with it one day at a time. That's all we can do. So quick update for you. There's all that stuff. That's why you haven't seen any videos in a while. Sorry. Life happens. You know, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. But we're going to keep on keeping on. Going to finish up this truck, and hopefully we'll get a new project rolling for you pretty soon. So thanks for watching. Sorry again for the delay. Keep on subscribing, liking, leave us some comments. Let us know what's going on, what you guys think, what you think we should do. And we appreciate all your support. Thanks for watching Junkie with Junior. We will see you next time.